weekend?
Well, we're going to go to the godfather of the pistol. Chris Cosh originated, and everybody around the country's, gone and learned and implemented in their offense. But he's the guy that started it. He knows the ins and outs, and yeah, I've been through it before, and another time another team has run it, and it caused a lot of problems. It's option offense. You got to have discipline without your whole team. All 11 players got to play the option. And the play action game is also a thread off of that. So every run play they have a play action off of that. So you got to control your eyes. There's a lot of motion, there's a lot of misdirection within it, and they try to take your eyes away. And our eye control has got to be imperative that we keep our eyes on our key and focus on what we're supposed to.
What allows it to be different than other option sort of offenses? The way they align, how does it change?
Well, different with the zone read option when the back is offset on the side. You kind of know where the read is, and the pistol can go either side, left or right. It's also a downhill threat right away. The ball can come straight downhill because he's right behind the quarterback. About 8 to 9 yards deep with the quarterback at 5. So the quarterback, has a deeper read on it like you do in the zone read, but the back has a downhill run. And I think the linemen come off the ball a little bit better, flatter backs, and the running back can get downhill fast.
As a defensive coordinator, when you're facing that and the guy that invented it, you're pretty fired up for that challenge?
Yeah, it's going to be a challenge. Yeah, it's going to be a challenge for us. We're going on the road for the first time. How are we going to handle that? And we got to pack our fundamentals, our details, our toughness, and we got to tackle in space because they're going to stretch you horizontally and they're going to stretch you vertically with the play action game.
With them beating Cal on their first road game, do you think it gives them a little more motivation?
Well, they're going to be at home. They're going to play in front of their home crowd. And we got to go on the road and we got to win on the road. And it's going to be a challenge for us, to handle the plane ride and being able to focus and have the discipline to play the option. And I think our kids are focused. I think they're excited about it, and it's going to be a great challenge for us.
Going in, you got to feel pretty confident about your team being able to stay disciplined because you guys worked on all those sort of things that you're going to need this week all through camp.
Well, you had to do that a lot this last week with the offense we faced. UTC had a lot of those option principles within it, and they did a few more that we didn't prepare for. That our kids, they were unscouted looks that our kids reacted very well because of fundamentals they were taught by their coaches. The coaches, their ends and our secondary guys did a nice job of coaching those guys and playing the option and having the discipline.
Coach, they brought in an offensive coordinator from another prolific offense in Hawaii. In the Cal game, did you see tweaks and wrinkles from him being there as well now?
Yeah, that's a one back, some of the drop back stuff you can see that's, got some Hawaii principles in it. But, their base package is that pistol and the play action. They're going to have some stuff off of it. And that was one game. They probably didn't have everything they have in yet either. So we've got to expect the unexpected too.
All the coaches been saying about Nevada, they're very physical. Do you see that with their offensive line?
Oh yeah, they're very physical. Downhill, flat backs. Their offensive line's big. They got 3 guys that started over 3 years. They got 2 all-conference players in their line. They're strong. They're big. We got about 4 guys over 300 pounds. The center's the smallest guy at 275. And they got a balance in their offense. They're going to rush for over 200 and they're going to pass for over 200. That's their goal. They're 450. So I think what makes them go is the run. And like any good defense, you got to be able to stop the run.
Yeah, we see that at quarterback.
What I think of the quarterback?
Yeah.
Excellent athlete. He played last year for him. He threw for 1,700 yards, over 1,700 yards, and he ran for quite a bit of yards last year. So he has experience. This ain't his first year. He's played in a lot of games last year. He played in like 4 or 5 of them last year. So he played extensively, a couple of them. So he's got experience with those guys. I think the players around him, had experience with him last year, and he's a threat, running the ball and getting out of the pocket.
Is altitude an issue that you're talking about this week to prepare for?
It's an issue on both sides of the field, so we can't control that. What we can control is our attitude and how we play and how we're going to play that game. We'll just worry about that right now.
Chris, just want to see what you saw from Baker in that first start and just your confidence in him going into a challenge like this.
I thought Baker did a nice job. He was very detailed in his alignments, assignments, and made a couple plays for his corner, making some tackles. So we're going to need that look for him this week too. Come out and give the same kind of effort.
The corners weren't very tested in the air, but they made a lot of tackles. Are we happy with that?
Yeah, you just can't have cover corners anymore. We got to have corners that can tackle, and our corners did a nice job of doing that. We're going to need them to do it this week, and play their assignment too. They're on the corner for a reason. They're going to play the pass too, but and react to the run. They did a real nice job. I was proud of their effort and proud of what the coach did and get them prepared.
Safety's missed a couple of tackles. They've been working on that in practice.
That's why we practice. We're going to come back and do it. And running backs are over there coached to make us miss. So we're going to work on that. And our kids are working diligently right now in our tackling circuits and things like that to get better.
Corey Grissom played pretty well in his first game back. What is it? Obviously, that's a great thing. But what does it just mean to have him out there?
Just when you got a pork chop on your team, you're always feeling good. I mean, he's unbelievable. His energy, his energy, and just his passion to play the game really excites players around him. Great players affect other players. And pork chops, obviously, we know what he can do on the field, but his attitude, his work habits, and his intangibles are just contagious to other players.
Early on in Chattanooga game, both Ryan Ginnett and Pork Chop both got crushed on the quarterback early. Did that set a tone?
Yeah, anytime your D-line is pushing the pocket and creating havoc in the backfield, it's a lot easier for the guys behind him to play behind him, obviously. And it's also, it's a threat on the offense, when they feel things moving backwards. So that kind of presence definitely helps our team.
Great. Thank you.